Let's get this music going. Alright. Hello and welcome to Day 5 of making Defeat the Darkness date. I'm Cody, and I am the head of Maho Studio, the director of the original Defeat the Darkness, director of this game. A lot of things. Because I also wrote this game, also wrote a ton of the original Defeat the Darkness. So Defeat the Darkness Date is a visual novel. It's a high school, modern-day, alternate universe spin-off of Defeat the Darkness, featuring some of the characters, some of the locations, some of the vibes. So that's what's going on. It might be a shorter stream tonight. We don't have too much left to do for the common route. And that was really what I wanted to use the streams for, as a sneak peek / free demo of the common route. So we're gonna get the common route done. I've got like 2 scenes left, and then we're gonna go back and do some bug testing, some cinematography, that kind of fun stuff. Woo! Anyway, I'm excited. So we got to the Red Rooster. I haven't done any of the cinematography for this, so I think I'll do that now. Show all the way dissolve. Hey, Salt! Welcome back! Happy Sunday! I'm hoping to get the common route done today. Really excited. We're making good progress here. Let's see. So what's Waldo's face gonna look like when he... Yeah, he's got to order it. So we'll use Blink Mouth, because I want to use... Yeah, so when he goes to order, it's gonna be Waldo Blink Mouth. Hit dissolve. Waldo goes up and orders the box. It's a huge... Oh yeah, we're at the Red Rooster, legally not KFC. You know, because we need somewhere for the kids to hang out outside of school. So, you know, fast food restaurant. The Red Rooster is the name of a tavern in the original Defeat the Darkness, so I've repurposed it as a chicken restaurant here. Yeah! Waldo goes up and orders the box. It's a huge box of fried chicken, and the grease is already soaked in most of the cardboard. He also gets 3 of every sauce. So So now we hide him, and then we're gonna show Milia, the standard Milia, with dissolve. And what that's going to do is it's going to hide Waldo immediately. He's gone, and then Milia shows up. We'll see how it looks. That might be some cinematography that I have to futz with. Milia gets to lemon pepper chicken. After she pays, she points to a cook operating some old machinery in the kitchen and mentions how they still use the old equipment and old recipe for the lemon pepper meal. Because she's into the classics like that. So hide Milia. And then we need Chin Chin in a good mood. What are we doing? Nah, he's not that excited for food. Because he's got 2 lines here. You know, we'll do Proud too. That'll make sense. So we don't want him to be more animated than the other 2, so... Chin Chin gets the kids' meals, considerably cheaper than the other 2 for what comes inside it. He takes a moment to weigh the strategic advantages of 2 drummies versus 6 nuggets before deciding on the nuggets. And then... Now we're actually going to do some cinematography here, so show Chin. We're going to shove him off to the right... because X Center 0.7 has been working, so don't fuck with it if it's been working. So show him with move, and then we can show Waldo BM pockets. Actually, no, we're gonna keep Blink Mouth, and then we'll switch to BM pockets for some animation. Okay. you know, you're not beating the kid allegations when you buy that thing. And then he's gonna be like, it's plenty of food. It's even got the onion rings. You're saying you need more? Yes, because some of us have gone through puberty, Chin Chin. Oh, jeez. Okay, and so then they both F off. Oh! Okay, I could actually... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna put something right here. Oh no, because those both have instructions. Okay, never mind. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. So then they both need to fuck off, and what we're gonna do is... Shit. We're gonna show... So this might not work at all, but I have to try it. X Center 0. Oh, Daikenkai is such an awesome fucking song. So they're gonna do that, and they're both gonna do that with move, and that should move them both at the same time. I'm hoping. Ha! And then Milia shows up in the center. It's like, so what are you getting? Name? And then, because Danish is ever the snarker, your first option is, I think I'll have the chicken. And then we actually, do after that. So... Okay, yeah, so just... I'm gonna show Milia chat. Yeah, okay, show me chat. Chinchin seeing this finally puts together what I said and spins around with a glare reminiscent of a cowboy at high noon. I've got my eye on you. Damn Dari Ram, excellent fucking song. Because this is a forced choice, I think we can just resolve this and jump down and it should work. Of course, we've all heard that tons of times. Oh, of course it'll work. Okay, a lemon pepper chicken, and then the kids' meal is the last choice. And this was like, a lot of this is just a lot of anti-BS the player stuff. So like, if you go through the game and you select the first option for everything in this Otome game, you end up getting good affection with Waldo, and you get all the good endings. And, like, it makes for a very boring speedrun, but it makes for a very consistent experience. Let's see here. That's what do you want? Okay, and so then now we have to remember. I think it's Python call variable plus. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Python call plus equals. Okay, we got it. We got it. There we go. Why do you do this to me? Shit. There we go. Great choice. Okay, lemon pepper chicken. Obviously, Milia likes that one. And yes, for those of you paying attention at home, your chicken order actually gives you more affection points than your favorite season of Sir Beaumont. This is, I think this is a fair way to let the player know about affection points, because the first choice technically doesn't matter unless you really screw up and I need all of my tiebreakers. Also, I think it plays into how kids operate, like recency bias. You know, they don't remember the most important thing, they remember the last thing. So, let's see here. Also, this is like the one spot where Danish gets meta. Let me do that. So, as before, an older chef starts working a pressure fryer that has probably been in this building longer than any of us students have been alive. I'm given a box that smells exactly as described, lemon and pepper, more like real food than fast food. I'm suddenly nostalgic for something I've never tasted. They don't make them like this anymore. Well, they do make them like this, they just did, but the recipe is clearly very, very old, and they'd never consider paying the extra 5 cents per meal if they thought this up now. But whatever, fuck it, you get the point. I join the others and take my seat. Let's see here. Right. So, Milia's dead center. The other kids. So, and Milia's got chat. Okay. Oh, so I can't actually make them fuck off to the edges of the screen because they're also talking. This is bad. They all have to be on screen at once. We're going to be learning something tonight about cinematography and how to move them around. Because, yeah, I get to learn how to move them around. I'm gonna give him the proud. There we go. Yeah, I think, like, is this a reasonable reaction to your new friend picking your meal over everyone else's, like the blush? Eh. Well, maybe the proud one will work better. Yeah. I can be. Yeah. We'll do the proud. Why not? We'll overdo it. We'll overdo it. And then these are all going to jump to Red Rooster 2. Oh, wow. There we go. And then what we're going to do is just, yeah, we're going to wipe everything. So BG, so scene, BG, Red Rooster, PH, Red Rooster, and that's going to wipe all the sprites. I get to have them come up again, which establishes we've sort of moved around in the restaurant. Everyone's kind of reappearing, you know, in their seats. But anyway, Chin Chin, so if you pick the kids' meal, equals 5. And then we're going to show Proud 1 for that one, because we have 2 separate Prouds. Thank you, Starry. Because he's currently doing, like, he was doing, like, the evil one, but this is, looking at someone one. And then, of course, it's the optimal play, and then Dage is like, I will be going for the drumsticks, though. And there's a couple reasons for that. Like, one, Danish is going to this restaurant for the first time. They want actual fried chicken. They're not going to go with the nuggets if they actually want to know what this place tastes like, number one. And then number two, like, Chin obviously is a very logical person. And Danish picking something, like, similar but not the same, I don't want it to, like, activate his almonds. So, like, I don't want Chin to be the type to go, oh, no, you have to do it like this, you have to do it like this. No, we're letting Danish do something slightly different, and Chin is going to respect the choice. And I think that's going to make him a better love interest for it. And I understand that none of that is in the game, but it makes me feel better to know that it's there. Anyway. Actually, no. I'll just hide them all. Yeah. Yeah, no, hiding them all after the sprite thing actually makes more sense, so we'll just fucking hide them then. And we're gonna put with dissolve underneath it, which should make them all disappear at the same time! That better be what fucking happens. Okay. And then everything hid. Just reset the scene just in case. Shit. There we go. And then Jump Weekend 1, which is the last scene before we go back to class, and the love interest is chosen. But while I'm here, I just want to have that ready. Because, yeah, I just want to have it ready. Okay. So now we show them all again. Oh, but I need to know what their positioning would be, because if all three of them are on screen... Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of cinematography for this, but first what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the previous scene. We're gonna play the previous scene, see what they look like, all three on screen together, and that's gonna help dictate, like, how much space I have to play with. Yeah, okay. Oh god, I have to do all this again. Okay. Fine, we're assuming Milia's up to because she's great. Doesn't quite matter because we aren't at the... Oh yeah, we can see what everybody's up to. Doi. Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to put like a later that day on there. Right, because we have no indication. If we pick Chin last, we end in the courtyard, and now we're in the courtyard again. So I need to either have Chin's resolve in the classroom, which makes it longer. At least on Friday. we need it to either resolve in the classroom or we have to have some other transition, because we need to be in the courtyard for meeting Milia to go to the Red Rooster. What's up, Robin? Welcome to the stream. We're getting the common route done tonight. Tonight! Come on! Anyway. Okay. So we already ran into an issue. It did not load the sprites. I think I need... Because it didn't crash. It didn't crash, which means I need to reload it to make sure this all works. Okay. There we go. Waldo goes up and orders the box. It's huge box. No, it's a huge box. Holy shit, bro. That typo has probably been there for 3 months at this point. There we go. Millie gets the lemon pepper chicken. After she pays, she points to a cook operating some machinery in the kitchen and mentions how they still use the cook and recipe for lemon pepper meal. I need to make that a little bit shorter. She points to... Okay. She points to a cook way back in the kitchen. Yeah, because we already talk about the equipment later in the sentence. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. There we go. Perfect. And way back in the kitchen explains how they still use the old criminal recipe for lemon pepper meal. Shinji gets the kids' meal. It's considerably cheaper than the other two for what comes inside it. He takes a moment to weigh the strategic advantages of 2 drummies versus 6 nuggets before finally deciding on the nuggets. You know, you're not being the kid allegations when you buy that thing. It's plenty of food. It's even got the onion rings. You're saying you need more? Yes! Because some of us have gone through puberty, Chin-Chin. Eh, whatever. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Waldo's expression changed, and I... Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna... So 0.15, so Waldo's a big guy for you. So let's do 0.2, let's move Chin-Chin in a little bit closer to balance everything out. Save, reload, see what happens. Oh, hell yeah, we've got room. We've got room. Okay, but I also have to change this because it set him back to his default emoji, so we're going to do that. It did it with Chin-Chin, too. Okay, yeah, happy dog. Okay, so... There we go, okay. We're getting there. And we gotta show me with dissolve. She's gotta, you know... We don't want to flashbang people. So what are you getting? There we go. Okay. So now the true test is... How does my fake single choice work? So what are you getting, great coder? I think I'll have the chicken. Milia giggles. Chin-Chin seeing this finally puts together what I said and spins around with a glare that reminiscent of a cowboy at high noon. I've got my eye on you. Nice one, but really, what do you want? Oh, man. Oh, this is tough. Does it matter? They all should work, and they all should jump to Red Rooster 2. Okay. Oh, we're picking the kids' meal. I'm not too hungry tonight. Of course, it's the optimal play. Okay, well, the Milia chat is kind of throwing me because of her. Well, we'll do Milia laugh because she's laughing, and that gets her arm out of the way for Chin-Chin with minimal fuss. There we go. Her arm comes down. His arm goes up. We're good. All right, cool. We did it. I will be going for the drumsticks, though. After paying, I realized I have enough money left to get a second one if I wanted to. I'm handed a smallish box with a cartoonish depiction of Robbie, the Red Rooster mascot. As I grab the box, it hardly deforms. It's really stuffed with food. Still not as much as Milia's meal, but you can't beat the value. I get distracted with the word puzzle on the kids' meal box, but eventually find my seat. Wait, you're asking me to homecoming? No, I'm asking you if you're going. It'd be fun to dance with people, but I don't want to go by myself. Okay. So now we're doing the thing. Okay, so I have cinematography that works. And so now we're going to move his ass over. .7, show us move 0.7, and then with dissolve. Okay, save. Saved. Fuck. Okay. Okay. And then, how embarrassed is he by this? And we'll do the eyebrow. He's gonna do the how dare you. He's gonna do the how dare you. He knows he's getting clowned. There we go. Oh, but do I have anywhere to go after that? Because he's... Okay, no, we're gonna do... Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do concern and then... Yeah, concern and then eyebrow. Let's go. Okay, so now I've got 3 people that I gotta juggle, and I really want to have them, like, be animated. Because we just had a short little scene where they're all talking and, like, it's kind of static. But this one, like, do the simple one, and that sets people's expectations, right? So they see the 3 characters, they change expression, okay, whatever. But then we get to the next scene, and now they're jiggling around, now they're animated. Like, I set your expectations all the way down here. And now this part looks really cool. Okay, so Waldo's first. That's another question too, is so we go to the Red Rooster. Milia shows up first. And that is important because when Shinshin put his arm up, it was behind Milia. Therefore, the first sprite has priority, and every other sprite is behind it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do something. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. Save this. Yeah, I have not a... Yeah, fucking... So, there's Waldo. Then Shinshin's up. Oh, he's actually above. Okay. So your first one is lower priority. Ah, and see, when he changes expression, he stays on his layer. Okay. So, if I put Milia in here... Yeah, Millia eyebrow. There we go. Let's go. I'm not even gonna, like, change her position. I'm just gonna see where she ends up. Jump scare. Bam. Okay. And then, I'm actually gonna do a show chin with move, and we're just gonna move him a little bit to see what that does. Because I'm curious. I can, like, close a bunch of these, too. So, okay, yeah, so he slides, but he stays between them in the layer space. So whoever is displayed first is on the bottom of the layers, and then bap, bap, bap. So, how are we going to shuffle these three around to make an interesting bit of dialogue tonight? Okay, so we're going to need Chin in the center when he says this, because he keeps talking. Okay. So, alright, so do that, and while it's here, and then with dissolve, and that's going to be... There we go. So, Walls is going to be on the left, Chin-Chin's on the right. That's kind of stock standard for what we're doing. And now we need Millie in the conversation. So what happens? I think what's going to happen is we're going to move Chin-Chin even further to the right. Millie's going to appear on the left, and she's going to appear above Waldo because she was spawned after him. So we're gonna with move. Jeez Louise. So he's gonna move 0.8 whatever. And Waldo needs to move too. They both have to make room. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And they should both move at the same time if I do this. And it's okay for him to be off screen a little bit. We're gonna have him fuck off a little bit. Because I want... She's going to be a little bit off-center. She's going to be next to Waldo because she's on his side, technically. There we go. So this is either going to look really cool or really stupid. Let's find out. End of line expected. Anything with dissolve. Oh, I did with. With anything with that. Son of a bitch. Okay. Right, with... move, and then fuck, show. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. Okay. Let's play Am I a Cinematographer? Don't answer that. Okay, so I get distracted with the word puzzle on the kids' meal, but eventually find my seat. Wait, you're asking me to homecoming? No, I'm asking if you're going. It'd be fun to dance with people, but I don't want to go by myself. I don't think that's what I heard. That's exactly what you heard. I just said it again. Okay. I can actually draw them all closer to the center. Yeah, okay. I do like this, but I think you're a little bit too far off to the side. And then I can have you come in, have you come in. That way you're not technically in the center, but it should work. Wait, it's been homecoming. No, I'm asking if you're going. It'd be fun to ask with you. I just want to go myself. I don't think that's what I heard. That's exactly what you heard. I just said it again. What if we have Milia overlap Waldo more? Let's keep her at 35. Yeah. Drop it. The good news! It's working! We're cinematographers. There we go. Yeah. There. That looks better. Fun to hang with everybody over so we can bring you down our neck. Okay, so now Chinchin's talking. We need his expression to change. What are we doing? We'll do happy talk. Yeah. He's better now. He's better now. And then this is going to be... What is your current expression? Okay. So, probably BM Pockets. This is a BM Pockets moment. This is a certified BM Pockets moment. For those of you in the audience, blink mouth pockets. That's BM Pockets. So we have Waldo blink mouth. He's blinking and his mouth is open. And then we have this where he's blinking, his mouth is open, and his hands are in his pockets. And then we show... Okay, and so he's still... Yeah, we'll I don't need to do a move. Like, we've got this kind of where I want him. Yeah. Right, we can do some more... Yeah. Yeah, so Milia kind of overtakes... I sure hope I coded this correctly this time. The nefarious name. I hate it when the nefarious name enters the chat. Oh my god. Okay. So, yeah, Milia overtakes the conversation for the end half. So I think Waldo's in there a little bit, but like, yeah. So... Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that. Yeah, because Waldo comes in. Yeah, so I'm gonna have Chinchin and Milia switch places. Probably. Yeah, because Waldo's there at the beginning and at the end, so how do I have him in the scene for their exchange? We're gonna have to... I guess we'll figure it the fuck out, won't we? Okay, so... I've got 2 left feet, but it might be fun to hang with everybody without Mr. Crimp breathing down our neck. Don't expect me to teach you either. Does not accept attributes BM... I misspelled pockets. Son of a bitch. Okay, try again. Did you either? Oh, come on, I'm not your type? Correct. You have a type? I have a 76-page document outlining my personal preferences. I've been updating it since I was 13. Impressive. What, am I the only one who thinks ahead about this stuff? Chinchin, you gotta admit, there's a little less magic to it if you sit around and plan for it. Magic's magic. I'm more powerful when I study, and that's why I've been studying how to dance, too. And that's when Milia starts... But, so... Actually, ooh, that's what I can do. I swap Waldo Milia, and then Waldo ends up on Chinchin's side. And that way he's... But that's not how chairs work. I guess that's part of it too, is like, how do we exemplify the player's focus? You know what? Okay. It would be completely unrealistic for Waldo to, like, you know, shunt from side to side like he's swapping chairs. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to move both Chinchin and Milia to the side. Yeah. It's going to look dumb, but it brings some more animation in. So, Yeah, so... Okay. We don't want Milia to be pissed at Chin Chin for too long, so we're gonna go, what are we doing? We're gonna use Laugh just to keep her hands in her pockets and keep the sprites consistent. Yeah. So, show Milia Laugh. Be X center 0.7. Both of you with move. And then that's gonna let Waldo come over. Oh, we can do all three at once! Oh, this is gonna be so fucking fun. This is gonna be so fucking fun. Let's go. Familiar ones. Okay, cool. You know, we'll have him give the eyebrow too. We'll have him give the eyebrow too. Maybe 0.4 where Milia was. And he's a little bit larger. We'll see how that works. And then... show Chin Chin normal. And then this is going to be another... this is going to be another cinematography scene where we put Milia in the center. So... I'm going to copy all of this. Yeah. There we go. And she's gonna go. Okay. Let's see how that works. Oh yeah, with move. All of you move at the same goddamn time. Thank you. This is El Ritmo Tropical. The last one, I want to say it was insertion, but that wouldn't be alphabetically next to El Ritmo Tropical. Oh well. Let's see here. Don't break, don't break, don't you dare fucking break! Okay, cool. Impressive. Wait, what, am I the only one who thinks ahead about this stuff? Shin Shin, you gotta admit, there's a little less magic to it if you sit around and plan for it. We're gonna move him back a tiny, tiny bit. Yeah, because that... he has a presence. Yeah, I like that better. You gotta admit, there's a little less magic to it if you sit around and plan for it. Magic's magic. I'm more powerful when I study, and that's why I've been studying how to dance, too. And then, yeah, we want Milia, I think that works. That works. We're gonna move him a little bit over. Move him a little bit over. We're gonna put her closer to the center, but not exactly dead center. Yeah, not exactly dead center. There we go. And now Chinchin's gonna get a lick in, so... There we go. And then what emote? Okay, she's currently on the one I'd like to use, but I have room for chat. Let's do that. We'll show Millie a chat. And then we have to have her blushing because we're mentioning the Sir Beaumont theme, so we'll do that. There we go. Then we gotta do another move so Waldo can talk. Well, actually, we'll use the exact same move commands from when Waldo took center stage last time. It'll be great. It should work. There we go. Now we get, like, school lore here. Uneasy. There we go. Yes! Yes! Bad memories! Bad school memories. Let's fucking go. And then, let's see here. You have an uneasy, too. Yeah, we'll do sad... We'll do concern for you, and then for Waldo... Oh, dang it. We'll do the uneasy for you. Okay. And then Waldo's on that side. Yeah, because he's still looking off to the right. That's why I keep putting him on the left, because he's looking right. Okay, we got it. Okay. And then we're going to put them all back to something like... There we go. Okay, now, was that some cinematography? Let's find out. Magic's magic. I'm more powerful when I study, and that's why I've been studying how to dance, too. I want to dance my own skill. Might be fun to use it again. Okay, so I need to change you. I thought I did change you. Oh, I don't have her change after the move. That's what happened. There we go, that should do. Magic smash. Okay, I'm studying how to dance too. I learned how to dance my old school. Might be fun to use it again. What, the chicken dance? You're not the only one allowed to have class. Allowed to. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so this doesn't actually work as written because like you're not the only one allowed to have class. Thank you very much. Because like in voice acting, having emphasis on the word class would work. But here, like, because they're students, it just went right over my head. But I've also had a very stressful weekend. So we're gonna set up the word. Have a hint of class. Thank you very much. There we go. That way we ease people into the idea that the word is coming. A hint of what? A hint of class. Thank you very much. We did the waltz. Oh, nice. They often play the ending theme from the first season of Sir Beaumont. I really liked him hanging out with Lady Genevieve, so it was really romantic to dance to most of the time. Most of the time? You've heard of Stinky Brad, right? He's from my school, and tragically, he was one of the best dancers there. Waldo and Shinshin reel back in horror. Shit, even I've heard of Stinky Brad. Legend has it you can tell when he took a sick day because he no longer overpowered all the air fresheners hanging from the ceiling. That's gonna have to be 2. Yeah, you know, that's gonna have to be 2. Because I like it too much. I like it too much. So... And... Here's the so we're actually gonna do another move command here. They need to reel back, as in get the fuck away from the center of the screen. There we go. So save that. So, how's that gonna work? Oh, he's actually even further back than that. Oh, because I moved Milia over here for, Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to move her back. Fuck. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be really derpy, but it has to be done. And this will actually put her directly in the, directly in the center this time. Yeah, and this is think, eyebrow. Okay, so yeah, they don't change yet. They don't change yet. Put you at 70, and we'll just see what happens. Because yeah, from 70 and 35, that way they both move 10 units back. Okay, we'll see if that works. If that doesn't work, we can try something else. Okay, yeah, 70-30 ain't working. I missed a move command. There we go. So... Okay, so we have room. So now we're back to basically default. Yeah, 8 and 2. 8 and 2 are my defaults. And so I need them to both take a step back, which means you're going to go to 9 and you're going to go to 1. And that's going to put you slightly off screen, but that is fine. And then we're gonna default all of that. Let's see here. Okay. So this should be the scene cinematography with cinematography. We've cinema. It's gonna be absolute cinema. I haven't played the other team for the first issue. But I already liked to hang out with, so it was really nice to dance to most of the time. Okay. Most of the time? It is kind of weird that, like, I shove everyone to the side for Waldo to talk, but, deal with it. I do need to shove them, but maybe not so far. So let's do 0.6 for you. Let's do, like, 0.77 for you. Maybe that'll look a little more normal. Why am I changing her emote here? Fuck it, keep it as blush, for Pete's sake. Most of the time. You've heard of Stinky Brad, right? He's from my school, and tragically, he was one of the best dancers there. Yeah! Perfect! Perfect! There we go! Waldo and Shinshin reel back in horror. Shit, even I've heard of Stinky Brad. Legend has it you can tell when he took a sick day because he no longer overpowered all the air fresheners hanging from the ceiling. Bless you for going within 50 feet of that guy. There we go. And then I have to put my with move command here because I keep freaking forgetting it. We passed the time swapping more rumors and stories about our schools. Before long, we finish our meals and gossip and head home for the weekend. And I didn't set a new scene. Roomph. I don't like Millia's sprite changing. You know what? She's actually already in the center, so I'm actually going to do show Waldo and Shinshin with move, and then after that, I'm going to do show Millia chat. That way her arm comes up after they've come back. I like that a little bit better. There we go. Okay. We passed some more rumors and stories. Before long, we finish our meals and gossip and head home for the weekend. Bam! Okay. Absolute cinema. Okay. Alright, so now we do the scene where Danish is in their room and they are bothered by their dad. Let's go. So I kind of, the way I wrote this, I don't actually like this. I kind of want Danish to be in the room, thinking to themselves for a second before the dad comes in. Also, I'm gonna copy the code that I already have for displaying Danish's dad because it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be we're changing the background. We're gonna show to show the door opening in the room. We're gonna show the dad in the exact same position. So all of that is still gonna work when we get to that scene. So I'm. Oh yeah, Cody. That way I know something needs to go here. Cody, put something here where Danish is lost in their own thoughts for a couple boxes. Okay, and then that happens. Did I put a pause up here? I did. Okay, so we're gonna do that too. Yeah. Okay. And that. Oh, I already. Okay. Yeah. So. Door opens, pause, dad shows up. Okay, we got it. And there's a name that I didn't lowercase, but we didn't crash the game this time. I caught it. Anyway. Also, happy Father's Day. Alright. Fine's been going fine. Okay, and... yeah, so really, nothing needs to happen here because the dad doesn't animate, Danish isn't on screen, and it's a short scene. So, yeah, like, we just went from a very, very animated scene, you're out with your friends, you're having a good time, and now we have the stillness. And I think that's good. That's actually pretty good. Anyway, so... next label. Partner Asinged. I could actually keep that misspelled because nothing jumps to it, but we're gonna spell it correctly just because. Oh, this is Freckles. This is a fire fucking song. Apparently this is like a version of the opening for Rurouni Kenshin. I didn't even know that. Oh, right. So, this is another big test for this stream. Okay, so... Good shit. Okay, and there's a name. Did not get. So this is our default Mr. Crimp, and then we have to have him change a little bit. Mouth. There we go. Mouth works. Because he's talking. Oh, great. Some of you, well, you just have to learn how to talk to people. So I'm not just worth listening with someone else great, so I'm just going to go down with listing signed partners. Show Crimp. Show Crimp, blink. Blink, Crimp, blink. Alright, and then this is a complex Python call that someone actually wrote for me. And we're gonna see if I fuck it up. So, Python call. So, this is a Python call. It's looking for a value and a label variable. And then it's looking to find the maximum out of CC Love Chin Root. Oh, I gotta put, there we go. That needs that around it. And then Jesus Christ, there's... Okay, so apparently I have to do parentheses, brackets, parentheses. This is some dank shit. Now again, all I'm trying to do is, who's got the highest affection score? And as a voice director, you know, talking to another human being, there's a million ways I could ask that question, and a million ways I could get that answer. But with programming, you gotta do esoteric shit like this. Okay. So, label 2. And then, okay, didn't miss a comma there. Don't capitalize anything now, bud. High pressure situation. So, value label variable. So, Chin Chin Love is the value, Chin Route is the label variable. So it's checking the value of Shin Love, and then the label variable, we're labeling it Chin route. So whichever value is the highest, I gotta do the second part of that too. So it'll make more sense when we get to the second part. But anyway, so max parenthesis, bracket, parenthesis, variable, label, with quotes, comma, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah, comma, parenthesis, variable, label in quotes, close parenthesis, close bracket, close second parenthesis. Now, after checking which one is the highest, because that's all that first one does, it checks the highest and then also assigns it a variable. And now we have to do step 2. And step 2 is jump expression label variable. So we're looking for the max, the highest one out of these 3, and whichever one is the highest, we jump expression with that value. So in this universe, in this save file, we talked to all 3 kids. So now we have to address the tiebreakers. My favorite season I picked is season 3, but that is irrelevant because I picked the kids' meal as Chin's meal. And that is the first tiebreaker. That's the first, like, if you talk to all the kids, then the chicken meal becomes the tiebreaker. If you don't talk to all the kids, then we have to use the favorite season tiebreaker. But in this case, if I typed all of this correctly, I should be on the Chin route. Let's find out. Fuck. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 messed up colons. We're over halfway through the stream, though. That's a lot of progress. How many colons did I mess up last time? Oh, no. That one I forgot the space. Only 3 messed up colons. Take care of your colons, everybody. Yeah! Get up and move! Okay, Cody put something here where Dacia's lost in their own thoughts for a couple boxes. How things been going at school? Fuck off, old man. Fine, it's been going fine. So I hope you'll be able to fit in here. Probably, Mesa. Okay. Okay, this needs to be 2. Yeah. Get up and move. There we go. Yeah, we'll just make it 2. We'll just make it 2. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Alright, save. There we go. I fit in the same way I fit in at the past 5 schools. Every time I move, it gets hard to give a shit about these people. The names and faces change almost every year. Why try remembering who they are anymore? Going to the Red Rooster was an anomaly. They hardly gave me room to brush them off. I was lucky to escape without somehow resenting them. Not a bad thing if we do stay, but... Great Coder! Are you paying attention? Right. Not moving again. Totally believe you. Thanks for the update. I don't understand the minus operator. Should it not be equals? I don't even know which minus operator you're talking about, Varger, but welcome to the stream. I assume we'll find out when the game crashes. We will find out when the game crashes. I spent most of the remaining weekend watching reruns or asleep. Back for school Monday morning. What a shame. I was just starting to enjoy my weekend, too. Mr. Crimp takes attendance and then snaps up and draws our attention to the whiteboard. Okay, so I actually want him a little bit more off to the side. He's a more on, and I need him more off. Where do I even... I don't even know where I have a negative here. Oh well. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Sure. This snaps of whiteboard. I haven't even bothered to read it. Guess that's my mistake. Class, I'm assigning your first week-long project. What makes Northtown great? I'm actually gonna put that in quotes. The one you used on that bespoke line of code you said was given to you to look for the max value on the tuples you had in the list. Okay. I don't see a minus here. There's a lot of underscores. There's a lot of underscores here, but there's not a minus. Oh, did you mean this? That, next to max, this is actually an equals. I don't know if the screen is showing it properly, but this is actually an equals and not a minus. Yeah, I'm sorry if the screen isn't showing that properly, but this right here next to max is in fact a equal sign. So no worries, no worries. There we go. Yep, welcome to the stream. This is day 5 of me making Defeat the Darkness date for Otome Jam. On my YouTube channel, you can find a web series from 11 years ago called Defeat the Darkness. It's an isekai featuring me and a couple of my friends from college. It's a fun little time. I've taken some of the characters and some of the vibes. I'm making a Otome visual novel. Let's see here. So, class, I'm assigning your first week-long project, What Makes Northtown Great. You'll spend the week researching your topic and present next Monday. Are you fucking kidding me? I just got here. I don't know what makes Northtown great. You'll each be given a partner. Some of you might be pleased to know this doesn't use the seating system. I've done a random draw among the entire class. Among us. Some of you, well, you just have to learn how to talk to people. So I'm not just worthless to me, I'm worthless to someone else. Great. Slowly, Mr. Crimp goes down his list of assigned partners. As most of these people have spent their whole lives in Northtown, the reactions are mostly tepid. Everyone is a known quantity to everyone else, which makes me the odd one out. I don't want to use most twice in the same sentence. I also are largely tepid. Okay. We got 2 more lines before we see if this breaks. Slowly, Mr. Crimp goes down his list of assigned partners. Get on with it, old man. Great coder, your partner will be... Chinchin Root. Holy shit, it worked. Okay. So now we got a shifty. We're gonna... Variable viewer. Okay. So, MML of 12. Right, yes, because the TV season. Wait! Yeah. Because favorite season was 3. We talked to all the kids and then picked Chin Chin's Meals Red Rooster. Okay. So, let's set... Open the console. I want to... Okay, that appears to have worked. So... Variable viewer. Wilder Love 113. Okay, that did in fact work. So, now get on with it, old man. Your partner will be... Still the Jinshin route. That's a problem. Okay. Variable viewer. Oh, now it's only 13. Why did you... Interesting. Did the rollback mess with it then? Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's try that one more time. Plus equals 100. Okay. So we're gonna do that. And now... Waldo root! Oh, fuck yeah, let's go! Let's go! Space there. What the... Ugh. And I never did a save. Oh my god! Well, I know that it works. I'm not good at using the console, but we've proven that it works. I'm gonna read my book real quick. I don't like that capitalized. It looks weird. But, okay. So that's everything that I wanted to get done. We got 45 minutes left. So we're going to go back to the beginning of the game and futz with the cinematography a bit, because I am definitely not happy with it. So hello and welcome to your Let's Play / sneak peek / free demo of Defeat the Darkness date. Let's see here. So I got a new main menu. Here we go. We're gonna start from the beginning with Healing Vision playing. What a beautiful, relaxing song for this visual novel. Anyway, please enter a name. Ren'Py. Ren'Py. Is this okay? No, please enter a name. What are we doing? Please enter a name. Doofus. There we go. Doofus. Is this okay? Yes. And then Mom's one and only line. Doofus, time to get up. It's first day of school. We haven't even been in Northtown for a month, and already I'm off to a gaggle of new people in a new place I already don't give a fuck about. Dad keeps having to move for work. He's so busy he doesn't do much of anything for me to warrant calling him Dad. Happy Father's Day, everyone! Doofus! Yeah, heard you. I'm coming. Next time, answer your mother when she says something. Something. God damn it. We're gonna fix that. There we go. Ever the social type, Dad never looks up from his newspaper. I expect you to make Northtown feel like home, Doofus. This should be the last time we have to move. You said that last time, in the exact same cadence. This should be the last time. Well, this time ought to be different. Unless you don't fit in and we have to ship you off. You're sending me to military school too? Believe me, we don't want to, but this delinquent behavior of yours has been very distracting. So shape up or ship out. What does Mom really think about this? Mom! After a strained silence, we hear the shuffling of slippers and the restrained click of a door. That coward. Whether you want to believe it or not, she agrees. Dad, military school is how Owen lost his leg. Then I suggest you better start making some friends. Now get dressed, your breakfast is ready. He self-assuredly turns a page on the newspaper, as if I'm just another subordinate who needed to be brought to heel. Happy Father's Day! Fine. I dumped some of the moving boxes onto the ground. The uniforms couldn't have been buried too deep, could they? The whole kingdom uses the same standard, so luckily I didn't have to get a set of new ones. Would have been hard to do with everything else going on anyway. On box number 7, both mine and Owen's uniforms fall out. I suddenly get a funny idea. What uniform will you wear to school? If I remember correctly, The last save with Great Coder was... Because Milia caught us after school, but that doesn't tell me what uniform I was wearing. I think we're going to be a chick this time. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to mess with this. Because I know all of the uniform and seat ones work. Actually, yeah, we're gonna throw on the boys' uniform and sit with the girls. Because we have a new viewer here. You get to see the fun. A boy's uniform, masculine swagger, a brave knight spilling blood for the thrill of sport and for his noble cause. Strife, dominance, the root of all evil. Wear this uniform? No, because I'm going to show you the girl's description too. A girl's uniform, feminine grace, a demure concert tempting and poisoning a foreign agent to please her king. Restraint, submission, the root of all evil. And my intent here is just to get people to read both. They both end with the root of all evil. How appropriately edgy. There we go. So anyway, yeah. Boys' uniform, we're going to sit with the girls. Boys' uniform, yes. I quickly get dressed. The collar is very high and stiff. I can barely get my chin over it. After a quiet breakfast, I throw my old The Adventures of Sir Beaumont backpack over my shoulder. A relic of a slightly better time. Good old Sir Beaumont. His battles against the Dark Duke were a welcome distraction every Saturday. I'm actually gonna... Yeah. That's gonna be 2. There we go. Come on. Come on. Good old Sir Beaumont. We're a welcome distraction every Saturday. In present-day Northtown, almost every day is Saturday. There was rerun. God damn it. There was rerun. I'm so glad. There we go. In present-day Northtown, almost every day is Saturday. There was a rerun on TV while I was eating my oatmeal. They seem to really like the guy around here. It's a quick jog to school, Northtown High. This was a quaint little town less than a decade ago, so the zoning is all over the place. There's patches of rustic homes next to modern construction cranes. I need to make that... I need to make that shorter, too, while I'm thinking about it. Rustic homes. Rustic homes lay under modern construction cranes. Shit, wrong thing. Come on. There we go. Rustic homes lay underneath. Underneath. That makes the sentence really good. Rustic homes lay underneath modern construction cranes. That pacing's really fucking good, and I get to keep it. Let's go. Another long sentence. Thank you, Cody. You're really good at these. I passed by a big, new-looking shopping center on the way here, the Castle Square. The smell of a greasy and wholesome breakfast washed over me as I passed, but I'll have to figure out what food's available when I have more time. We're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. There we go. Just fix these while I'm here. Not figure out what food's available when I have more time. Dashing past the few stragglers still in the courtyard, I get inside to find my homeroom. Room 110. Sounds like it's on the first floor. A bit of trivia for you. The original Defeat the Darkness wrapped January 10th, 2018. So that's why it's Room 110 is for January 10th. Anyway. Whew, made it. There's a loose gaggle of students gossiping around the classroom, which gave me the incorrect assumption that things around here would be normal. Right as the bell rings, they organize into a left-right split, girls on one side, boys on the other. A wave of black contrasting with a sea of white. I'm left standing like an idiot until the teacher hails me. Oh! I never mention what the girls and boys' uniforms look like. Okay. Note. That's a note for later. There we go. Okay. You must be our new student. Come to the front, please. I'm Mr. Crimp, your homeroom teacher. Everyone, this is Doofus. Where are you from, Doofus? Elsewhere. Never heard of it. I'm sure you'll fit in. They always do. Now go take your seat. Where am I sitting? The seats aren't assigned. You choose it yourself. Then how did everyone just magically sort themselves when the bell rang? Are you stupid or just trying to make trouble? His remark hits me like a wooden bat to the kneecaps. I am too stunned to reply. He rolls his eyes and continues. You're free to sit wherever you want, but in my class, boys sit on that side near the door, girls sit on that side near the window. Is anyone else hearing a contradiction here? There seems to be a contradiction in that statement somewhere. Mr. Crimp looks me up and down in my uniform and seems to scoff at my hesitation. Which side will you choose? And we're just gonna go full resistance here. What about... Is there maybe something else? Mr. Crimp narrows his eyes and purses his lips. He turns away and takes a deep breath with a heavy sigh. Clearly this is not the first time he's had this conversation, and he's afraid having it again will get him fired. So let's get to what about and split that up. We'll get him fired. I just fixed this. Reload. Come on. Okay. Explain this to me. Why are you not updating it? Why are you not updating the text box? I saved it, you asshole. This is Pro Department of Education PN. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there, don't worry. I'm gonna keep moving, because I'd like you to see the rest of this game. Anyway. Mr. Crimp narrows his eyes and purses his lips. Yeah, he's afraid having the conversation getting fired. The students watch in silenced awe as their teacher wags his head and wiggles his arm in the direction of his desk. He's careful not to point any of his frustrated actions at me. After his simulated seizure, he turns back to me with a stone expression, speaking like an incensed robot. Practiced, precise, but nonetheless perturbed. We don't do that here. Boys sit over there near the door. Girls sit over there by the window. Make your choice. And he says boys first because we have the boys' uniform on. He's trying to subtly lead us in there. And now it says boys side, girls side. So the character Danish from the original Defeat the Darkness has no gender, and I decided I would expand on that with this game by having it be something that the player forces upon Danish. So even when I do get voice acting for this game, Danish will only have one voice actor. There's no boy version and girl version. Danish is just Danish. Anyway, we're going to sit with the girls in our boys' uniform to piss him off. He seems very frustrated with having to ask. We both know which side of the room all the boys' uniforms are on, but yet he seems unwilling or unable to force me to make his preferred decision. I call his bluff. Okay. I march over to the sea of white uniforms and set my backpack down. Girl or boy, Danish. Everyone finds me hot, and that makes everyone gay. Ugh. As soon as I make my way over, nearly the entire girls' side perks up like a pack of rabbits who spotted an overhead falcon. Thanks so much for the warm welcome, fuckheads. I don't want to be here either. One girl wasn't immediately intimidated. Wavy green hair, warm smile, no obvious implements of destruction on her desk. Yeah, you'll do. I grabbed the seat next to hers. I think I saw something like this in an anime once. Welcome, I'm Milia. Doofus. I slowly pan my eyes around the herd of scared rabbits. Tough crowd, huh? They're like that with anybody that moves here. I moved to Northtown last year, and sometimes they still act like that. Lovely. Love the backpack, by the way. Sir Beaumont's a legend. I used to watch it all the time. Thanks. Does anyone do anything for fun here, or do they enjoy being herded around like sheep? Yeah, it's, I never got used to it. I liked my old town and being able to wander in the woods whenever I wanted. I liked taking pictures of the animals. There's a good fast food place with fried chicken in the castle square. I go sometimes with people from school. I think we're going again Friday. Thank goodness. Thank goodness I'm not a vegetarian. But what if I was? She thinks, and then delivers with a smirk. There's 2 pear trees and a blackberry bush, but don't let security catch you. Got me there. We are interrupted by the smack of a ruler against the teacher's desk. The bell is rung, class has started, and we're already behind. Quit your yapping, I need to take attendance. Heaven forbid I try to get to know any of these people before Dad ships me off to military school. With a sigh, Mr. Crimp grabs a clipboard and pulls a pen from his ear and begins going down the list of names. Too many ands. Everybody says here rapidly after being asked. Nobody stutters, nobody hesitates, there's not even a joker willing to say, present! Eventually, he gets to me. Mr. Crimp looks away from his monitor for the first time and we lock eyes. He tilts his nose into the air and smugly recites my name. Doofus. I look down at my mismatched uniform, a lone dot in the yin-yang of this authoritarian regime. Respect is earned, and his ass is in debt. What? Did you forget? He ignores my remark and continues with the next name. The rest of the day flies by uneventfully. There was a lot to cover today, but apparently starting tomorrow, each day will have a half-hour study hall. Mr. Crimp tried to teach us about bridges and what causes them to collapse, and I tried, in response, to ignore him. As I'm heading outside, 2 boys approach. 2 boys should approach with dissolve. There we go. There we go. That worked. You're Doofus, right? Yeah. We noticed your backpack and my buddy wanted to ask. No. You wanted to ask. You dragged me here. Don't be so coy, Chin Chin, or you'll ruin your chances. Excuse me, my chin... He stops himself. Ask your question, Waldo. So yeah, what's your favorite season of Sir Beaumont? Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. I'll leave this for a second if one of you want to make the choice. I've already picked Season 3, but I'm happy to pick it again. You know, please the eye. Remember, this is the double secret tiebreaker, so... we don't need this one. It just helps sometimes. Okay. I'm going to go with Season 1 this time. Season 1. Okay, that's fair. That's the one with Lady Genevieve. Yeah, Lady Genevieve. Yeah, the locket scene. Guess you could call me a bit of a romantic. It's all good. Really was weird not seeing her at all in Season 2. Missed her a bit. Well, you know, they needed the budget for more sword fights. Season 3 had all the sword fights, really. Season 2 really took the time to question Beaumont's loyalty to a king he knew was going mad. What's the right thing to do? For your honor, your king, for your kingdom. They repeatedly told us and proved to us that the Dark Duke is bad, but between all of that, what is good? They still had something to say, it just wasn't anything about, you know, courtship or girls. No offense. And he says, or girls, no offense here, because you, like, the player sat with the girls, which is why the boys are meeting you after school. So that, you know, they make that assumption. Waldo interjects with a sniper's precision. Well, yeah, well, Season 3 is the one where Sir Beaumont threw the Dark Duke off his horse and into a pile of shit. We all share a good laugh. This has been fun, but I think we're going to get going. We are? We are. Well, nice meeting you, bye. See you later. Ooh, have them disappear at the same time with Dissolve. I might have to do that for the other ones. I totally do. That's fine. We're just gonna fix that now. There we go. Leave the courtyard in a flash. Were they hitting on me? More importantly, which one? Home again. Dad asked if I made any friends. It's been one fucking day. Who does he think I am, some kind of socialite? Hey there, baby. Thanks for noticing my childhood backpack. It's the one thing over the past decade that hasn't let me down. As you can see, I'm quite mentally stable. How's about you and I sit together at lunch for the rest of the semester? Sigh. I don't feel comfortable at school, but being here at home almost feels worse. All there is to do is gear up for tomorrow and wait for whatever destiny hands me. Back in class for another day. As I enter the classroom, Mr. Crimp is on the phone. The moment he sees me, he waves me over. You're wanted in the principal's office. Really? Yeah, really. Is this about attendance yesterday? He winces as my comments enter the phone receiver and to the person he's talking with. No, absolutely not. I'll mark you down as here today. Just get going. After a short walk, I arrive outside a door that says Principal's Office. Seems like the right place. There's someone having an animated conversation on the other side of the door. Based on the signage, I assume it's the principal. Now, the conversation that Danish hears from outside the door changes depending on Danish's actions the previous day. So, if you went with what Mr. Crimp was doing, like you're wearing the girls' uniform, you sit with the girls, you're wearing the boys' uniform, you sit with the boys, then he has a conversation about, like, he has to go through a lot to help delinquents at the school. But because Mr. Crimp has now badmouthed you to him, now the principal is talking to the superintendent's secretary about something else. We are following the rules exactly as written. The students get their choice where to sit down. If the superintendent meant something else, he should have written something else. His office has a giant window next to his desk. Maybe I ought to call him Madam Superintendent and give her a taste of her own medicine. Oh. We already have a strict uniform policy, so the only one causing distractions are backwards thinkers up top making mountains out of molehills. Oh, sorry, I'll give you a moment to write all that down. Oh, no, I did not read this one live yet. Fuck, yeah, it was the other one I did. The superintendent can discuss further changes to uniforms and seating at the annual committee hearing. Next fall! Pfft. So, in the original Defeat the Darkness, Dark Dagon's actor, Silent Knight, he gave me a crap ton of, like, improv. So he just did things like, you will submit to me, and blah, 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 blah. And one of them is him just going, full. So this is a throwback to Defeat the Darkness with him going, next fall. Bless him. Anyway. Slam. He sounds pissed. Wasn't expecting to get my head bitten off today, but what's one more piece of stupid bullshit on my plate? It's already sitting a mile high. Unsure of what else to do, I roll my eyes and open the door. Hey, I'm here. Oh, so you are. Come in. You must be Doofus. Welcome to Northtown High. I'm Principal Dagon. So, Danish is already catching on to some bullshit here because, like, heard Dagon being pissed, saw him pissed, and now he code switches that fast. I know it can be intimidating to get to know new people in a new town, so I thought I'd spend some time with you today. It's common for new students to have questions about fitting in or trying to break the ice. We definitely have a unique culture here at Northtown High. I'm a busy man, so this might be the only time we get to talk, but I did want to help. and this is all alluding to the people Danish met yesterday. How to talk to nerdy boys, how to talk to shy boys, how to talk to girls. Like in the Cthulhu mythos. Okay, here's like some actual... So I was an extremely creative person 13 years ago. You wanna know where I got Dark Dagon? It was dragon without the R. That's it. It sounded intimidating and like, kind of evil. And like, perfect. That works. He's Dark Dagon. We're done. But just the fact that it's like in the Cthulhu mythos and like even older than that in some cultures was just a bonus on top. Like, it sounds so legitimate, but at the time it was total bullshit. Anyway, so the bulk of this scene is if you say, I don't need your help. Because if you walk in, right, like, Danish can call him on his bullshit. So I'm going to do that for you because it doesn't actually affect anything. Oh, look who it is. Another adult trying to tell me how things are and what I should be thinking about it. You've got a lot of nerve dragging me into this office. Now I get to walk back into that classroom and have that whole group of losers staring at me again. Is this how every new kid gets treated when they come to Northtown High? I just want to be left alone. I don't know you and you don't know me. Who are you? What do you want? Why did you bring me here? And why would you give a shit anyway? And I think this is, like, really powerful stuff, especially since we have the phone scene beforehand. We know that Dagon is capable of being fierce, and Danish watched him switch his attitude. So who's the real Dagon? We're forcing it out of him right now. And here's his response. He absorbs my words and takes a long breath. Because I've been at this a while, doofus. You're clearly very smart and also very independent, so I'm not going to play the authority card. I'm not going to try any games. I'll just level with you. Your father called today. He says he wants you to make friends. I don't know what happened at your last school, but he wants this time to be different. He seems conflicted about sending you to military school, but he's absolutely going to do it if he feels you're not going to fit in here. I need to give him some kind of progress report today. So please, ask me something. Ask me anything, so I can call him later today and tell him that you're trying. We share a quiet moment as I absorb his words. He's dead serious about this, huh? Sigh. Guess I'll play along. And now we can do all of the normal dialogue for talking to people. So we'll just go through them, because they're short. How to talk to nerdy boys. Well, the nerdy ones can't stop talking about the things they're interested in. It just depends on if it's a thing you yourself are interested in. I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you were detailed about your own hobbies as well. There are many types of nerd, but they all love learning. Anything else I can help you with? How to talk to shy boys. The shy ones are scared of getting hurt. Give them space. You'll need to spend time with them and let them warm up to you. It can pay off big, though. Once you've made that bond, they'll be some of your staunchest allies. Anything else I can help you with? How to talk to girls. How do I talk to girls? Principal Dagon slams his desk, shaking the floor, and gives a loud guffaw, shaking the rest of the room. Girls are just people, young one. Talk to them about things that interest you and see if something clicks. Don't make it awkward by being awkward. Just do your best to be yourself. Well, I regret to say that's about all the time I have, but I do hope it was educational. Thank you for your enthusiasm, by the way. Your father will be told you made a good effort today. By the way, it doesn't matter how many people you ask about. Like, you're required to ask about at least one, and that still gets you through the game. But I feel this is like a really good narrative bit for the player to feel like they've involved themselves. Yeah, okay. Doofus, I hope you find something that makes you feel welcome here in Northtown. Sure, thanks. I get out of my chair and head back to class. This has gotten far too awkward. I make it back to class as Mr. Crimp continues his lecture on civic engineering. Which is why most roads have streetlights in addition to your car's headlights. He looks over, gives me a nod, and I quietly return to my seat. And that's also why I'll never pass through Pleasanton again. Can't see anything at night. Town full of backwards hippies. In the original Defeat the Darkness, Pleasanton is a village in the forest that gets destroyed by Dark Dagon. But he's not Dark Dagon here. He's Principal Dagon. The magic inherent to the Tower of Paradise in the RPG world is far more corrupting than that of the American school system. That's canon. Also, Milia's from Pleasanton. So this is like a dig at Milia if you watch the original show. Anyway, they all wonder what happened, but none of them dare ask. Yes, I'm sure you'll figure it out after you scuttle away to your little lunch group and Timmy tells Tina, tells Tommy, tells Tony exactly what they think might have gone down in the office just now. The fact I'm returned alive already seems to be a novel event. As I get to my seat, Milia greets me with a small wave. The spell of Dagon doesn't seem to hold her the same way it holds the students who've been here most of their lives. Perhaps he was a worse man, once upon a time. Mr. Crimp continues with his lecture, blaming the entire universe for his poor eyesight. Mr. Crimp's biggest op is the hippies. Yes! And, like, Salt's, the way you drew him, like, he looks like a buff military dude. So, like, I could totally see, like, him just not liking hippies at all. Oh, man. Oh man, Mr. Krim continues his lecture blaming the entire universe for his poor eyesight. Before long, we've made it to study hall. Remember that the no phones policy from last year is still in place. If I see a phone out, I'm keeping it until the end of the day. And please try to stay relatively quiet. We'll resume class in 30 minutes. The kids know he's serious about the phones, and there's already obvious signs of jitters. Some of these kids are genuinely bored for the first time in their lives. Some are daring enough to approach the bookshelf and pull something out. On the other end of the spectrum, some are opening the same book they were reading before class even started, and some are pretending to read with their phone tucked inside the book. I forget, someone in chat gave me that. Like, oh, the old phone in the book trick, and like, I'm a little too old for that, but it's really fucking good, so I'm keeping it. God help me, some are moving around the room and quietly talking to others. Nobody comes for the new kid, though. Oh, it was you, Salt. Thank you, Salt. Nobody comes for the new kid, though, as I should have expected. The time will pass regardless. I consider my options. Since we have a new person, let's go through them all. It'll be fun. See what Waldo's up to. Where's Waldo? Also a joke in the original show. Let's see what he's doing. I set my book down and immediately catch him out of the corner of my eye. He's at his desk. Of course, I should have known. I walk over and look down at his notebook. It appears to be a chapter of a Sir Beaumont fanfiction. Oh, right! We don't mention Waldo's novel if you sit with the girls and you meet the boys later. Okay. Like, he mentions it in one of the... Huh. Interesting. Okay. Not just a route. Okay, we got it, we're good. His Sir Beaumont fanfiction. Oh, hey, what's up? I was just wondering what you were up to. Ah, well, get this. I'm on chapter 7 of my Sir Beaumont novel, and Sir Beaumont is battling the Bearbug's baddies at Black Tower. I have him sneaking into the chicken coop, right? And then he throws eggs at one of the guards to blind him. And he's like, ah, it looks like you got egg on your face, and shoves the guard into a pig trough. I'm getting to the part where he climbs the tower to face the Bearbug. What do you think so far? And here is where we get to use the favorite season flavor text. So whatever Danish answered as their favorite season is going to inform their opinion of Waldo's novel and what he should be writing next. So, I like the first season, so you already know what I'm going to ask. Yes, I've already heard all that. How's Lady Genevieve? What's Lady Genevieve up to? I'd like to remind you the show is called Sir Beaumont. Sounds to me like you have an audience hungry for some fan service. I'll think about it. I mean, what am I supposed to put? They just think about each other romantically? Modern day Shakespeare. Waldo. Yes. That's the bare minimum. Yeah, Beaumont should be feeling some conflict about doing any of this. He knows he's good at beating people up, but he's doing it on the greater evil to achieve peace. So he and Lady Genevieve have a peaceful kingdom to come back to. He's desperately fighting so that one day he can stop fighting. Waldo leans back in his chair and strokes his chin, a single sprouting hair visible between his fingers. 'Cause puberty. I'll consider it, doofus, thanks. And then, this ends, and then we have to, fade out, start new day. And then I got this from my buddy John, who's been running a Defeat the Darkness D&D campaign. Before the North Dynasty began and named most of their territory North, this area was known as Muleshire. I'm sure most of you are familiar with our first queen out of Foxglove North. Or perhaps not, she's been dead for over 200 years, probably hasn't had a lot of company lately. Anyway, it's time for study hall. Be back in your seats in 30 minutes. Mr. Crimp goes back to his desk, undoubtedly to browse social media and stalk old friends he's driven away with his exuberant personality. So, what should I be doing? We're gonna see what Chinchin's up to. Let's see what the little nerd's up to. Chinchin's lost in... Oh, actually, so we talked to Waldo, right? So we can't talk to him again. And I have to do it this way because hiding choices in a menu is all sorts of Ren'Py spaghetti. So... you get to click it, and then you are told to fuck off, and then you get told to pick something else. Let's see what little nerd's up to. Chinchin's lost in thought, scribbling on a piece of graph paper. This must be who he is when there's no Waldo to drag him into reality. On the paper, there's an isometric grid, some odd symbols, and a few RPG-sounding words like sorcerer. It's a total mess, but it wasn't written for anyone but Chinchin to really understand. Which is totally me in high school. Hey, what you up to? Working. Okay, yeah, working on. He gives a sad wiggle of his head like he's running at high speed and I'm throwing rocks in his path. Sorry, I really have to focus on this. I just wanted to get to know some people around here. Sheesh. I mean, we've already met. Does he know how rude that sounds? Waldo suddenly appears to chime in. You threw him off his groove. He gets a little awkward when you throw him off his groove. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Chinchin stops scribbling and finally looks at me. Sorry, doofus, that probably sounded rude. Let me finish this and I'll have something for you after class, I promise. Sure, okay, do that. But Crimp uses Facebook and probably enjoys the minion memes. I feel it in his vibe. Oh man, he's got like the military minion memes. They've got army helmets and they're on tanks and shit. I go back to my book and we make it to lunch rather uneventfully. I never hear Waldo say anything to Chinchin for the rest of study hall. He must know when his friend is dialed into his work. Lunchtime. So far surviving at Nitwit High. I'm about done with my lunch when Chinchin runs up to me. Hey, doofus! He runs over and hands me a folded up piece of paper. It feels weird to the touch because it's absolutely covered in pencil lead. He's filled both sides. What the hell is this? You wanted to get to know me. I'm not good in the moment, but I didn't forget. Cool, thanks. So, when are you gonna get to know me? You heard about us hanging at the Red Rooster, right? Maybe you should come. Huh, maybe I will. I unfold the paper and skim it real quick. Okay. He's lived here all his life. He's designing some kind of RPG video game. He's definitely not afraid to draw emojis at the end of sentences. There's a very sincere apology for ignoring me at study hall. Long story short, trust issues. Very enlightening. Thanks, Chinchin. Chinchin? He's gone. Ah well, we'll call today a success. Friday, finally, only a few hours left before the sweet release of the weekend. I haven't heard a single word Mr. Crimp has said all morning, and now it's suddenly study hall. So what should I be doing? We got one person left. Bam. Milia seems lonely. Let's see what she's doing. I follow her gaze out the window and see a flock of crows pecking in the courtyard. Man, I wish that were me. Milia gives a small laugh and turns to greet me. Hey there, doofus! What are you up to? Not studying, obviously. Well, that makes one of us. I'm studying. Sort of, anyway. Oh, yeah? Yeah, if I wanted to take a picture of that... Don't. Mr. Crimp's already taken 2 kids' phones. I wasn't, don't worry. But if I were... my camera handles light really poorly. When I was walking in the woods, I'd get just enough light through the trees to get a good picture with it. Here in Northtown, there's not a lot of trees for cover, so unless I angle my camera way, way down, I just get a picture of the sky with a dark silhouette of ground beneath it. Which is what happens with my camera every fucking time. And angling it like that, I have to get closer to the animals. And I don't know if you know this, but wild animals have trouble trusting humans. You don't say, after we steal their habitat, pave it over with concrete, and build tanning salons on top of it? Well, the crow wouldn't get any darker with the tan, they have no use for them. Exactly! Have you been to the woods often, doofus? I used to go camping a lot when I was 8 or 9. I remember it feeling very big and, sorry to say this, a little boring. No worries, I get it. The world moves differently out there. I find it quite soothing. I'm sure I'd have a higher opinion of it these days. These days? I hesitate. These days have been years and years of moving around and losing my footing. If I somehow left to just think about trees and rocks and bunny rabbits instead of this high school drama and my father's expectations, well, that'd be a fucking paradise. I'm saved from accidentally oversharing by the tap of Mr. Crimp's ruler on his desk. 1 minute until study hall's over. Take your seats. Oh, hey, in case you didn't know, a bunch of us are going to the castle square soon to hang out. Maybe you could join us. I'll think about it, sure. It was nice talking to you, Milia. Likewise. She either doesn't mind or doesn't notice that I failed to answer her question. Awkward. Shit. Okay. There we go. As she pulls out her binder, I lurk back to my seat. And then here we are at the end of Friday. What a bad day to have indigestion. I spent so much time in the bathroom, I might have to really hustle to the Red Rooster to meet everybody there. Perhaps in a different timeline. And this one, Millie's at the gate waiting for me. Hey there, I was wondering if you forgot. I lost track of Waldo and Chinchin, but I'm sure we'll find them on the way. By the way, it's always Millia who meets you after school. She's got like the team mom energy. Waldo and Chinchin are doofuses. But there are doofuses, damn it. We make our way to the Red Rooster, occasionally swapping small talk and stopping for Millia to take pictures of birds. It's not a bad day, I guess. Despite our leisurely pace, we're not late. We catch Waldo and Chinchin walking out of a game store, and they join us on our journey to get some hearty, deep-fried nourishment. Welcome to the Red Rooster. Would you like to add a large drink for only $1? Call back to the original Defeat the Darkness. There's a tavern called the Red Rooster, and the guy at the bar always says, "Welcome to the Red Rooster, would you like a drink?" And the actor for that kept saying it like more enthusiastically and more insistently, and then Waldo gets drunker and drunker and drunker because he keeps saying yes. Anyway. Damn, I forgot to look at the menu. What are all of you getting? Waldo goes up and orders the Bok Box. It's a huge box of fried chicken, and the grease has already soaked most of the cardboard. He also gets 3 of every sauce. Millia gets the lemon pepper chicken. After she pays, she points to a cook way back in the kitchen and mentions how they still use the old equipment and old recipe for the lemon pepper meal. Show Chinchin with dissolve. Want a drink? Waldo bet. Yeah, that's like... God, is that before or after we go kill the dragon and defeat the darkness? I forget, but yeah, it's like an early episode, and yeah, he just keeps saying yes, and then Chinchin meets him. Right, they talk to the king, they get the quest, but they haven't left yet. So Chinchin goes and does like some questy stuff. Waldo goes to the bar. By the time Chinchin gets there, Waldo has them all doing a drinking song, Charlie Mops. It's great. It's great. The Lord bless Charlie Mops. Anyway. Oh, man. Millie gets lemon pepper chicken. As she pays, she points to a cook way back in the kitchen, mentioning the used equipment and the old recipe for lemon pepper meal. Chinchin gets the kids' meal. It's considerably cheaper than the other two for what comes inside it. He takes a moment to weigh the strategic advantages of 2 drummies versus 6 nuggets before finally deciding on the nuggets. You know, you're not beating the kid allegations when you buy that thing. It's plenty of food. It's even got the onion rings. You're saying you need more? Yes! Because some of us have gone through puberty, Chinchin! I never get tired of that line. I need to get Adam to say it at some point, too. Whatever. So, what are you getting, doofus? I think I'll have the chicken. Millia giggles. Chinchin, seeing this, finally puts together what I said and spins around with a glare reminiscent of a cowboy at high noon. I've got my eye on you. Nice one, but really, what do you want? So this is actually going to determine who we go with, and I think... just to check my variables, I'm going to grab the lemon pepper, because Chinchin, that one is the first variable check, so if it just jumps down to Chinchin, that doesn't actually tell me if I coded my variable stuff correctly. If I go to Waldo or Millia, if it successfully jumps down to Waldo or Millia, then it actually fucking works. So anyway, I'm sure you'll love it. As before, an older chef starts working a pressure fryer that has probably been in this building longer than any of us students have been alive. I'm given a box that smells exactly as described. Lemon and pepper. More like real food than fast food. I'm suddenly nostalgic for something I've never tasted. They don't make them like this anymore. Well, they do make them like this, they just did, but the recipe is clearly very old, and they'd never consider paying the extra 5 cents per meal if they thought this up now. Whatever, fuck it, you get the point. You know what, I'm gonna keep this line long. Because, like, seeing the 4 lines there, like, obviously Danish is rambling, and the The real goat of the game. The Red Rooster Chef. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Making them like they used to make them. We make the chicken like your mom used to make. So yeah, I have Danish rambling here, and the 4 lines makes it obviously rambling. Whatever, fuck it, you get the point. I join the others and take my seat. Wait, are you asking me to homecoming? Which is actually a nice subversion for the player. No, I'm asking if you're going. It'd be fun to dance with people, but I don't want to go by myself. I don't think that's what I heard. That's exactly what you heard. I just said it again. I've got 2 left feet, but it might be fun to hang with everybody without Mr. Crimp breathing down our neck. Don't expect me to teach you either. Oh, come on, I'm not your type. Correct. You have a type? I have a 76-page document outlining my personal preferences. I've been updating it since I was 13. Impressive. What, am I the only one who thinks ahead about this stuff? Shin, you gotta admit, there's a little less magic to it if you sit around and plan for it. Magic's magic. I'm more powerful when I study. And that's why I've been studying how to dance, too. I learned how to dance at my old school. It might be fun to use it again. What, the chicken dance? You're not the only one allowed to have a hint of class, thank you very much. We did the waltz. Oh, nice. They'd often play the ending theme from the first season of Sir Beaumont. I already liked him hanging out with Lady Genevieve, so it was really romantic to dance to. Most of the time. Most of the time? You've heard of Stinky Brad, right? He's from my school, and tragically, he was one of the best dancers there. Waldo and Shinshin reel back in horror. Shit, even I've heard of Stinky Brad. Legend has it you can tell when he took a sick day because he no longer overpowered all the air fresheners hanging from the ceiling. Bless you for going within 50 feet of that guy. I'm gonna change some of the cinematography here. Because I want Waldo... Because, like, Waldo moves in and says most of the time, but he doesn't have center stage quite enough. So we're gonna move these 2 out a little bit more. I'm pretty sure I said earlier in the stream that they move too much, but, like, it doesn't look like Waldo's the one talking. There we go. Perfect. Done. Waldo and Chinchin reel back in horror. Shit, even I... You gotta give Chinchin props for being prepared. Yes! Yes, let's all build a Google Doc for our ideal partner at age 13, right? So she's gotta be like Lena Inverse from Slayers. She's gotta be snarky and intelligent and an economist and shoots fireballs at everybody, like... And then he looks at that at age 14 and says, no, that's stupid, that's dumb. She can't just shoot fireballs. Anyway. Legend has Yukito took a sick day, yep. Bless you, going for the that guy. We pass the time swapping more rumors and stories about our schools. Before long, we finish our meals and gossip and head home for the weekend. Cody put something here where Danish is lost in their own thoughts for a couple boxes. Right! Because we're at the weekend now. And then Dad opens the door. How have things been at school? Fuck off, old man. Fine. It's been going fine. I've been talking with my boss. This is probably the last time we'll have to move. We may be here a while, so I hope that you're able to fit in here. I'm mature now. Gotta have laser eyes. Amen. We may be here a while, so I hope that you're able to fit in here. Oh, I use here twice in one sentence. God damn it. We may be here for a while, so I hope you're able to fit in. I can't say we... Fit in. We may be here, so I hope that you're able to fit in at school. There might be a better way to put this, but we'll keep it there. As long as the fight is on a moving train, it sounds good to me. Oh, hell yeah. No, Final Fantasy VI will fight the moving train. If she hasn't suplexed a train, she ain't the one. Anyway. I've been talking with my boss. This is probably the last time we'll have to move. We may be here also. I hope that you're able to fit in at school. Probably. May. Such bold, assertive vocabulary. I fit in the same way I fit in at the past 5 schools. Every time I move, it gets harder to give a shit about these people. The names and faces change almost every year. Why try remembering who they are anymore? Going to the Red Rooster was an anomaly. They hardly gave me room to brush them off. I was lucky to escape without somehow resenting them. Not a bad thing if we do stay, but... Doofus! Are you paying attention? Because all this inner monologue, you know, time is passing. That was a note I got from someone. Right. Not moving again. Totally believe you. Thanks for the update. I spend most of the remaining weekend watching reruns or asleep, and then I need to have him dissolve. With dissolve, and then we're gonna... Because he's gonna leave and shut the doors, so we gotta go back to Woof. There we go. Alright, just a little bit left in this playtest. Okay. Back for school Monday morning. What a shame. I was just starting to enjoy my weekend, too. Show crimp with dissolve. Oh my god, I am losing my discipline. There we go. Mr. Crimp takes attendance and then snaps up and draws our attention to the whiteboard. I haven't bothered to read it. Guess that's my mistake. Class, I'm assigning your first week-long project. What makes Northtown great? You'll spend the week researching your topic and present next Monday. Are you fucking kidding me? I just got here. I don't know what makes Northtown great. You'll each be given a partner. Some of you might be pleased to know this doesn't use the seating system. I've done a random draw among the entire class. And it's up to the player to figure out for themselves if Mr. Crimp did a random draw of his own volition, or if perhaps his arm was twisted by Principal Dagon. Tad, Mr. Crimp said total Facebook military minion memes. Oh my god. Oh fuck. That would be funny. That would be funny. Oh man. I mean, that it is kind of kept ambiguous why Danish's dad moves. I know that military kids move a lot, so like that's within the realm of possibility. The nefarious name has distracted you. Yes. My greatest nemesis. You'll each be given a partner. Some of you might be pleased to know this doesn't use the seeing system. I've done a random draw among us. Among us. Some of you, well, you just have to learn how to talk to people. So I'm not just worthless to me, I'm worthless to someone else. Great. Slowly, Mr. Crimp goes down his list of assigned partners. Now remember, we got Millia's meal at the Red Rooster. If the switches and variables work, then it's going to say Millia Root, and I'm going to say woohoo, and then the stream will be done for the day. As most of these people have spent their whole lives in Northtown, the reactions are largely tepid. Everyone is a known quantity to everyone else, which makes me the odd one out. Get on with it, old man. Doofus, your partner will be... Millia Root! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Alright. Okay, and it said Waldo Root afterwards because there was nothing after that, so it goes to Millia Root, jump next label Waldo Root. So if I type more shit here, it'll never touch the Waldo Root. Okay. But what this means is the common root is done. There might be, like, little things to fix, like, the length of a text box, but the cinematography's decent. Oh, I have a couple little notes, but... Yeah. Note uniform colors when you put one on. And then, okay. So I have a couple small notes that I'm going to do off stream, probably. I did promise to stream both Monday night and Tuesday night. I guess I will. I don't know which route I'm going to do, but we'll get there. We'll do 2 days of somebody's route, and that'll be fun. But anyway, Salt, Robin, anyone else who's here, thank you so much for coming and keeping me company through this. I genuinely appreciate it. It's been way less painful than I thought it would be, especially just getting into a rhythm and getting shit going. Obviously, I don't code quietly. But yeah, thank you for being here. I hope that you'll join me again for the next one. I'm really excited to have this come out because it's looking really special, and I've gotten a lot of good help with it. So yeah. Oh, and that's all my music too. Cinema. Fucking cinema. But anyway, thank you again for coming. Hope you have a fantastic night. I'll see you again soon. Take care.